Good morning and welcome to Full Circle Ozarks.
Well, hello friends. You're probably wondering why I was showing us walking into this room. This is our third bedroom in this house, and we've decided to turn this into an office. On one of the previous videos, I alluded to the fact that we decided we was going to take a third bedroom because it's quite a bit bigger and make an office out of it. So I've got everything cleared out of here. And I wanted to just take a moment and show you kind of what I'm thinking about. We have this wall here behind me, and this measures 11 feet from this corner to this corner over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a workstation that's going to come out here, and we'll be able to have a computer workstation here, a computer workstation over here, and we're going to put a printer in this area here. Myself and Cotton Top, we both spend quite a bit of time on our computers. I do quite a bit in editing videos, and we just needed a little bit larger workspace. So that's the reason for this. So I wanted to kind of show you a before I really get into to building. And I'm just going to make you chuckle a little bit. This morning when I stepped outside, it was 16 degrees. It was pretty cold out, and I thought, well, yeah, let me give it an hour or so to warm up. I guess I'm getting tender in my older age. But anyway, all fun aside, what we're going to do, we're going to head up to the shop. And I end up going to this big box store, and I bought some lumber. I chose not to use any of the lumber off my sawmill for this build here. I done that for one primary reason. I wanted the wood to already be dry, and because I'm going to be gluing up this desktop here and the desktop over there, and I thought it would be best that I would get some dry lumber so I can minimize the chances of it cracking. So I went and got that. So what I've got to do now is go up to the shop, get my planer out, and get that lumber milled and get it glued together and build this desktop. And so I'll bring you along for that journey and getting it all glued up, and then I'll also bring you along when we start installing it. So make sure you stay tuned. Hey folks, welcome back to Full Circle Ozarks. It's another day. I'm up here in the shop, and I'm building the shelves for the office that I was telling you about. Have you ever used a biscuit joiner like this? What this here does, it cuts a little slots. What do I do with them? For these biscuits here. And we're gonna cut, this board's already been cut. We're gonna cut this one here. And once we do that, we're gonna get it glued together. And this board right here on the floor, I already have it glued. I didn't film that one, but this is a 12-foot board, two by 12s, 12 foot long. I'll cut it back about 11 foot in length. That's going to become a desktop, but that's been glued, it's dried. I'll be sanding that a little bit later, but right now, let's try this biscuit joiner out so you can see how it works. It's going to be a little bit noisy when I turn it on. And just like that, you can see the biscuit holes that it just made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to set this right up here. We're going to put some glue on it, put some clamps on it, and get it glued together. Okay, we're going to put some wood glue on this. I'm going to make sure there's plenty in the biscuit hole. With this winter coming up, I hope to do some more wood projects up here, but I definitely need to get my office redone so I can have a better place to edit videos for you. That feels pretty good there. Biscuit in there. That one's going in a little bit tight. And these will go in a little bit tight sometimes. So what I found that works for me, I just grab a piece of wood, tap it gently, get it to go in there. Okay. And then, before I put them together, I make sure that that one has some glue on it. Well, I put too much on that one. We'll get these laid down and joined together. Let's see. I think that's going to be right. Let me grab my clamp. You can see I've got some index marks right here where the biscuits are at. Now I'll tighten these up till I see a little bit of glue oozing out. You can see that. Sometimes when you glue two boards together with clamps all on the same side, you have a little bit of a bowl. Well folks, let's take a look now. I think that looks a whole lot better. I added this clamp here on the bottom and this clamp here on the bottom, and I've got these two here on the top. So I think that's going to hold that straight. I'm going to let this set overnight, and I think I better take it down to the house and store it for tonight. I think it's supposed to get down in the teens again tonight, so this needs to be able to dry in a nice warm house. When I glued this one up here on the floor, I went ahead and turned the heat on in the shop, and it got down, I think, to 19 degrees. And my little heater over here, it done really good. I turned that on 3, and I got up the next morning. It was 19 degrees outside, And with that little heater on 3, it was, I think it's 63 degrees it got up to during the night. So I was impressed with that little heater. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna get this down to the house, get this one back up here, and start sanding. Went ahead and got this boa strip here. If you can get it set up nice and square, it helps you get a good cut. We'll see what it's gonna look like. It's a nice good cut there, I like that. Okay, the length of my shelf should be 131 5/8. Okay, it's time for a little bit of sanding. This is probably gonna get noisy. Folks, as you can see, that's beginning to take that off. I'm going to do the sanding, and I'll get back with you and show you what it looks like. Well, folks, I really like the way this turned out. I've got a couple of spots. I need to put just a little bit of wood filler right here. I'll do that. And I don't have it with me right now. I've got to go run to the store and get some. Well, I went to the store and got me some wood filler by Midwax. I showed that to you there. Hopefully you can see that. And I've got a few little imperfections I'm going to fill. And we'll give this a chance to dry. And I hit the sander one more time. And I think it's going to take care of it. Okay, that's looking pretty good now. This kind of goes on pink. I don't know if it's showing up very good in the camera. When it's ready to sand, it changes color. So we're gonna let that dry, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and work on the 2-foot section that's going to end up getting attached. Let's see, it will be attached on this end here, going out that way. So I'm gonna get that up here and get the clamps off of that and get that sanded. That looks pretty good. So we're going to get the sander out, do a little bit of sanding. Then I've got to trim the edges here, make sure my length is good. And we'll soon be ready to stain this and put it together. Well, that's looking pretty good, folks. But I'm back to letting that dry a little bit before I can do anything else. Let me show you something. While I was sanding that, my sanding pad come apart. So I need to run, I guess, to Home Depot. That's where I bought this rigid sander a long time ago. And the little sanding pad underneath the disc that the sandpaper attaches to, it's just kind of disintegrated. That's what happens as your tools age out. So I need to run to Home Depot and see if I can get another disc so I can finish this right here off. And then I think we're going to be ready for some stain. And I think Cotton Top's going to be doing that. So that may happen in the next video. So I think in order just to get this video out, this may be a good stopping point. So folks, thanks so much for taking your time out of your schedule to watch this. Hope you enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe and like, and we'll get this here stained in the next video. Take care, God bless, and I'll see you again on the next Full Circle Ozarks.